Namaste and welcome to Sonali Joshi's Astrojyoti Healing. Namaste and welcome to Sonali Joshi's Astrojyoti Healing. Today we are going to see the effect of Rahu Ketu transit in 2020 on all signs. Just to give some background, Rahu is going to change to Taurus around end of this month and Ketu is going to change to the sign of Scorpio. It is said that these two signs are exaltation signs for Rahu and Ketu. That means Rahu and Ketu outcomes will be really strong in these two signs. We have already seen the effect of Rahu Ketu in Gemini and Sagittarius. Same way, the effect of Rahu Ketu would be very dominant in these signs. Rahu's transit into Taurus will be determined for each of you depending on the what planet it transits over, where it is placed in your natal horoscope, and which house is this transit happening. However, Rahu and Ketu affect Sun and Moon the most, and hence we are going to see how the natal position of Moon can be used to expect the outcome in this transit. For Aries sign, if you have Aries Moon or Aries Lagna, then Rahu is going to transit through your second house. So you will see lot of activity, opportunities in terms of earning. There could be some addition to your family. You might feel that whatever you talk, the way you talk, you can impress people. This is a great transit for Aries sign. Even though Ketu is going to transit through 8th house, it is the owner of the 8th house. That way, the outcome of Ketu is going to be very spiritual, but in long terms it is going to be good for you. For Aries sign, these transits are happening when Saturn and Jupiter are very supportive to Aries, and that is why some people might have some fear in mind about things will go wrong for them. Aries sign is going to come out quite okay. If you have Taurus Moon or Taurus Ascendant, then this transit is happening into your Lagna and 7th house. This is very interesting because this might bring some personality change, attitude change in you. And use this Rahu to get more attention, more visibility from the society. What you can do? Try to start some new trend which is beneficial to the society. On the other hand, Ketu's transit through 7th house might give you a tendency to give up some relationships, some partnerships. However, when Ketu is transiting through this Gandanta, those things might happen automatically. So do not act on it now. Just wait and think about it after 2 or 3 months. Let this energy settle down. But remember, whatever is going to happen for good for you. Taurus people, be careful about standing in opposition with the authorities. You might feel like you are better or you can do much better than the seniors in your field or more experienced people in the field, but just take it easy. Make sure you are on the right side, you have taken all the right efforts, and then try to go against the authorities. It's always good to use some caution in doing this. It is the easy way of getting recognition. However, we want to make sure that this recognition stays longer for you. For Taurus people, Shani and Guru are going to give you lot of benefit. Shani and Guru are going to give you lot of benefits in 2021, and Rahu and Ketu transit is going to only help that. So hang in there, work hard, and success will be yours. If you have Moon in Gemini sign or Gemini ascendant, then this transit of Rahu and Ketu is happening in the 12th and 6th house axis. Those of you who have some information about astrology, they can probably guess that this transit of Rahu is not the best for Gemini, because whenever Rahu transits through the 12th house, it comes with some negative aspects of Rahu, because Rahu is not comfortable in the 12th house. It denotes that you might be feeling like you are forced to stay at one place, you are losing your identity, you might be tempted to do something through wrong means or loopholes, and that can bring you in trouble. Ketu on the 6th house indicates that you might face certain opposition, and that from the people whom you are not expecting it. And that is why this transit is a difficult transit for Gemini sign. So what is the remedy for this? The only remedy for this is be practical. Do not take any risk. If you have little doubt, don't act on those things. Typically the schemes like you invest something and we will give you more profit, those are all scams for you in this transit. Stay away from any proposal that shows with little efforts you can get lot of things. No, stay away from it. Be practical. Do not take any risk, and you will be able to deal with this transit very well. Always remember, there are some people who stand in opposition unexpectedly. Deal with that with dignity and move on. You can use this position of Ketu to serve the people who are in higher ranks, higher position than you. Be polite and serve them and move on. If you have moon in Cancer or ascendant in Cancer, Karka Rashi, this is a great transit for you. Transit of Rahu through 11th house always brings lot of gains. And Ketu on the 5th, transiting through 5th, gives you ability to use your past knowledge, use the knowledge that you have earned so far in earning reputation, in earning good income, as well as you will have great relationships with your teammates and friends. For Cancer sign, this is going to be great transit. So make all your efforts to do the best in these 18. Fortunately, Shani, Saturn is supporting your sign. If you are in politics, if you are holding any important position in the organization, this is going to be a very fruitful year for you. Those of you who want to come across as a head of the organization or someone who is trying to do good partnerships and earn higher rewards for their organization, this is a great transit. You can do one thing, always talk to your mother, take care of her, and understand this transit will be really nice for you. If you have moon in Leo, Leo moon, Simha Rashi or Leo Lagna, this Rahu's transit is going to be through your 10th house. 10th house Rahu is really a good transit because it will give you an opportunity to build some image. Work hard towards building a great image in the society. Rahu is going to reward all such efforts and bring all such opportunities. However, Ketu's transit moving through the 4th house shows you might get an opportunity to meet many folks from the mother's side. You might meet your mama, mausi, or mother's friends. It might give you an opportunity to meet somebody whom you have lost connection for a long time. This may not be a great opportunity from the perspective of health because Ketu's transit through 4th house shows little bit disturbance in your mental attitude towards so many things. Anything that has emotional attachment, this Ketu can bring a lot of challenges towards it. If this position happens to be in your 7th house in the natal horoscope, then be careful about any issues that you have regarding your reproductive organs. Typically, if these things are hereditary in your mother's side, then be careful and take care of those issues in advance. Don't let the thing go beyond certain stage. For Leo folks, the connections from the paternal side, your paternal uncle or relatives of your father or friends of your father can bring some great opportunities. So be on the lookout for them and work hard to create the image in this world. If you have moon in Virgo, ascendant in Virgo, or you have Kanya Rashi, then this transit is happening through your 9th and 3rd house. Rahu is transiting through your 9th house, which is a great opportunity for you to be a leader, manager, advisor, great counselor, or if you are in the field of education, be a very successful professor or teacher. The transit of Rahu through the 9th house will bring experiences from foreign countries. Somebody who has different religion from you, somebody who has different rituals from you, you will get a chance to learn something from them. Always remember, this comes with bigger responsibility. But you can use this responsibility through Ketu, whereby you can write about ancient systems from those countries, or you can compare your own experience with the foreign experience. Use blogging, use writing newspaper columns, you can do video blogs, and this will be a great opportunity to compare the different experience that you are gaining with your cultural experience that you are born with. The folks that are turning 18 or just turned 18, this could be Rahu Ketu return for them. Same way, it will repeat if you are turning 36 or 54. So this is a great experience. So use your ability to convince people with this foreign experience. Use the responsibility to share things with others. Your paternal folks might help you a lot in this transit, but you can use mingling with your mother's relatives as a relaxation. It will definitely give you inspiration and it will motivate you. Virgo folks also has assistance from Guru and Shani. Guru becomes 5th and it will definitely help you in your creativity, education, or issues related to kids. If you have moon in Libra, ascendant in Libra, or Tula Rashi, then this transit of Rahu Ketu is going to happen through your 8th and 2nd axis. And Rahu's transit through 8th may not be that great news. Why? Because Rahu usually represents your paternal folks, and when it transits through the 8th house, you might face, or your relatives from the father's side might face some issues that are hereditary and that are related to 8th house. That means watch out for any urinary tract infection or bladder issues or issues related to kidney. And if you are a man, watch out for issues related to male reproductive system. And if they are in your family, then there are more chances of you facing them if you are not careful. Use all preventive measures to make sure that you can deal with it with intelligence. Ketu in the 2nd denotes you might get a chance to talk to someone who speaks different language, foreign language. If you are into business or work related to translation, visiting foreign land and acting as a translator, this is a great opportunity for you. You might feel that you are separated or you are feeling the distance from your maternal relatives or your own mother. However, as I said, this transit is not the great transit. So hang in there with patience and keep working. April through November 2021 would be a better period for you guys. So make the most of it. And for rest of the period, always remember, avoid loopholes, avoid shortcut, and do your honest efforts and have faith in yourself. Rahu's transit through 8th is not the best transit. However, Guru is going to help you in between. So this won't be that bad as well. If you have Scorpio moon or ascendant in Scorpio or Vrishchik Rashi, then Rahu is transiting through your 7th house and Ketu is transiting through your 1st house. This may not be the great transit from the Rahu's perspective, however, it is still better than 8th Rahu. So these 18 months will be much better for you compared to previous 18 months. You have your Lagna Lord Ketu transiting over your moon, or Rashi Lord Ketu transiting over your moon. This will definitely give you some solace. The transit of 7th Rahu shows collaborations, partnerships, and typically with the people who have different background than you. So use these opportunities to get success. You do have support from Jupiter, support from Guru, so this is going to work well with you. If you have moon in Sagittarius or ascendant in Sagittarius or Dhanu Rashi, Rahu is going to transit through your 6th house and Ketu is going to transit through your 12th house. This is one of the good transits for you because Rahu and Ketu have a lot of strength when they transit through 6th and 12th. Rahu will help you get over your competition. Your efforts will have success this time in gaining more visibility. This Rahu will give you more gains, more income. And this income will come because you are providing service. 6th house is a house of service. So remember, if you are in medicine, healthcare, any service industry, you will get an opportunity to provide service to people who are authority people, who have high visibility. You will be dealing with folks which are managing big organizations. So this is a great opportunity for you. Saturn is going to be helpful in creating different income streams for you. However, be careful about issues related to stomach, because Rahu's transit through 6th house might have some issues related to digestion. So watch out for the food that you are taking, the food intake, the drinks food and drinks need to be watched very carefully. Saturn's transit from the moon and Rahu's transit 6th from the moon definitely shows some issues related to stomach or digestion, and typically if your paternal family has those issues. On the other hand, Ketu's transit through the 12th house will shows issues related to your feet if your mother or mother's family had them. So be careful about this. As long as you are providing service, you are polite, this transit would bring you a lot of gains. Ketu in the 12th will give you time to do some meditation. However, try to make sure that you don't keep changing the way of meditation. Hang in there, use one system of choice and don't keep changing things. Even though you might get a lot of opportunity to have various ways, various methods of meditation, you can learn them, but find one that is more helpful to you and stick to it. Doing some donations to the non-profits or charity that are dealing with healthcare will be always helpful. If you are religious, do donations to temples and authorities that are dealing with religion. Ketu in the 12th also shows that you might have some expenses due to maternal folks. Keep yourself prepared for that and Always remember, for Rahu, more is less. So watching out what you eat, watching out if you have moon in Capricorn, ascendant in Capricorn or Makar Rashi, then this transit of Rahu Ketu is going to be really great for you. Even though you have Sadesati and Saturn is going to be transiting over your moon for these 2.5 years, Rahu Ketu are going to be helpful at least in these 18 months, and Jupiter is going to come to Capricorn, so that is a big relief for you folks. You might get some work that will bring you stability and recognition, good economic gains, recognition, great use of your education in your professional field. So these are great opportunities for you. With this transit, whatever good deeds of your paternal family are, they will be helpful to you. At the same time, you will realize that you are getting a lot of help from the maternal folks as well. Saturn's transit over your moon will make you more responsible, probably give you more responsibility at work and in your professional life as well as personal life. But hang in there, you can take care of that responsibility and you will be successful in doing so. If you have moon in Aquarius, ascendant in Aquarius or Kumbha Rashi, this transit is happening in your 4th and 10th house. Rahu is transiting through your 4th house and Ketu is transiting over your 10th house. And for Aquarius, Rahu is your Lagna Lord as well, along with Saturn. This transit of Rahu through the 4th house may not be as great as the previous 18-month transit. You might feel that there is some confusion or some drama in terms of the decisions that you take in your family or related to folks back in your country. It's very likely that you are away from home in this period and you might notice that there is continuous drama happening in the family. Well, be prepared for that and always remember, in this transit, Rahu will give you a lot of opportunities to deal with people who are in high positions. Probably you might be dealing with CEO of the company. These interactions will be very critical for you, so prepare for all those interactions. Don't leave single opportunity regarding not doing something. This transit is not really great, but this will prove to be a great transit in preparation for the next 18 months. With transit of Rahu through the 4th house, make sure that you talk to your mother and take care of her health. This may show some issues related to memory for the maternal folks. Typically for your mother, you might notice that either she is ignoring some things or she is not recollecting certain things that you talk to her, and this is not a deliberate effort or anything, it is just happening for the time being. But you might notice that she will always remember something that is very painful to you. Next transit is going to be really great for you, so use these 18 months of Rahu Ketu to prepare for the next one. If you have moon in Pisces, ascendant in Pisces, Meen Rashi, this transit of Rahu Ketu is going to be very supportive for you, because this is happening because this is the transit happening in the 3rd and 9th. Rahu likes the 3rd house. Communications, making sure that creating great teams, collaborations with people with a different background than you, These are the things Rahu thrives on. So use this opportunity and do your best. On the other hand, Ketu's transit through the 9th house will make you spiritual. You will like to connect to the roots or the origin of various kinds of philosophies. It could be religious philosophy, it could be ancient history, it could be psychology, but you would take interest in knowing the secrets behind various methodologies, various philosophies. Overall, this is going to be really great 18-month transit for you. You already have support of Jupiter, and Saturn is making you more responsible, making sure that you take care of the responsibility. For Pisces folks, both maternal family as well as paternal family, Pisces sign gets advantage of both maternal as well as paternal folks. This is great time to connect with them. Make sure that you connect with your relatives, talk to them, see if they need something. This is a great time to be responsible towards your actions. Make sure whatever deals you make, you take those in writing, because Rahu transiting through 3rd will bring so many promises, but not all of them will be fulfilled. So be careful about what you commit to and make sure you have proper deal in writing for those things, and then you will have more success about it. This 18-month transit of Rahu Ketu will give an opportunity for travel as well for you. Both planets are supportive of meeting people from different backgrounds, meeting folks in different countries, or people who have different philosophies. 2021 is going to be more favorable than 2020, but hang in there, prepare for the best time, and things will work out for you. Hope this information is helpful to you. For those of you who don't know the placement of their natal Rahu Ketu, you can send an email to iamsonalijoshi@gmail.com and I'll be more than happy to do a reading for you. For Rahu, always remember less is more. For Ketu, don't run away from the responsibility. If you remember these two things, the 18 months can be used for getting the best results. Always remember, more is dependent on your natal horoscope. These transits will definitely add to it, but everything depends on the natal horoscope. If it is a Rahu Ketu return for you, then you are preparing yourself for next 18 years. So take your time, give a good thought, and then take actions. Always Rahu's transit will take you through the areas. For all of us, for everyone, Rahu's transit is something that we don't know. It is hazy, there is confusion, and we are trying to solve it. So go slow, avoid loopholes, and do lot of efforts. Ketu's transit is something for all of us that we are bringing issues from the past. We have already dealt with them, but there was something which was not fulfilled. So don't try to run away from it. Take the responsibility, acknowledge your emotions, and you will be able to deal with Ketu way better. If you have liked this information, please like this video, share this video with your friends, and please subscribe to this channel. Namaste, Shubham Bhavatu. Thank you.